Thank you for tuning into The Disclosures with Peter the Insider and Jessica Ariel Morocco. Peter is the director of the 12th Division of the ACIO, Advanced or Alien Contact Intelligence Organization. Jessica is a galactic liaison and the interdimensional seer. Together they will discuss the most current updates from the ACIO, Council of Five, and other extraterrestrial sources regarding many influences on our planet today. Our new format allows you to ask questions and hear the answers from the previous show. Post your question in the comment section below the YouTube video. Disclosures, Insider, intel that keeps you updated with planetary changes.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today in Disclosures. After all of the so much is happening in the world right now that I think it's very important, and Peter is going to be joining us to keep us updated with what's going on, and some very, very serious and important things that are happening that shouldn't be ignored. So we want to keep everyone updated. And without further delay, I'm going to bring in Peter so he can get started right away. Hello, Peter.
Hello, Jessica, and hello to all of our listeners. Okay, we don't have time to waste. So, first, we need to talk about the consequences. They are directly happening. They happen, they are happening, and they will happen as the direct problem of matrix collapsing. That means that Mobius completely cut off the actual, respectively, previous matrix, what technically is not true yet, because it was not previous but pre-previous matrix, because they are trying with, and that's the problem, they are trying to seek for another context of existence to build a new matrix. I'm talking like Mobius and Monarch. And everything is collapsing and getting into a real crazy mayhem. This is not chaos, no, because in chaos at least they can be, it is extremely complicated, extremely crazy, but you can see at least some sort of basic patterns. No way, forget it. Pure mayhem, that means like pure chaos, that means chaos like, you know, nothing has order, people are, how we can call it, people and entities and principles are principle-less. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That technically means that we and everyone and everything is getting slowly close to the ultimate order. Do you know what that means? That there will be nothing and no one at all to control. If you have any ideas, any questions, feel free to ask.
What do you mean that there'll be no one or nothing to control? You're saying that people will be controlled already, or it will just be so out of control we can't, have a handle on our reality?
Yes, that technically means that there will be no states, no republics, no, I don't know, like for example in US you've got 50 states, I don't know, in Mexico too, or I don't know, many states in Latin America, for example, I don't know, in Germany you've got 16 republics or whatever. No, nothing like that, nothing. Forget. or I don't know, in Russia it's mixed states, provinces, or whatever. In China too. No, nothing. Forget. Pure chaos.
So you mean all the government structures throughout the world are going to collapse?
Yeah, exactly.
And so then that means that people are just going to be out for themselves, kind of like an apocalyptic situation?
Some sort of, yeah, that's the problem.
Do you have a
so technically some sort of anarchy, but that's the problem, that it will look not like anarchy, like almost something like totalitarian regime, dictator's regime officially will get to the power. For, I don't know, like we've got 25, maybe 10 sovereign states in the world. In 180, 190 of them, you've got at least some sort of freedom, right? Freedom of thinking, of speech, or whatever. No, forget about that. Technically, some sort of democracy or whatever, and that's it. For example, in slavery regime, when there were slaves, right? There was zero unemployment. But what was the level of, how can I say that, of life standard of the slaves? Do you know what I'm trying to say? And this will be the same case. This will be the same story.
There's no sovereignty. So this
yes. So technically, officially, this will be extremely crazy nonsense, like some sort of dictator. But no, it will be opposite of dictator. They will put themselves into some small sort of bubble inside the big cities, the elites, and all of those people, they are like garbage for them, and then the story, bye. Just let you let's do for yourself, take care of yourself as you like, as you want, do it your best. End of story. Then end of story. Bye.
When is first of all, who is this group? Is this the same group that has been repressing us anyhow?
That's the problem. We know that something like that is coming. We don't know, for goddamn our sake, we don't know. We never faced those entities yet before. We never faced. I'm talking, in ACIO. We never faced about that.
Where are they from? Are they from an alternate reality?
We don't know. We don't know from where the heck they are from. From which context of existence. They are like ultimate superpower. What they are doing what they want. No questions asked.
And this is the New World Order that you're talking about.
If you want to call it that way, then yes.
Because that's the description of what it sounds like. How far out into the future is this supposed to happen?
Don't know. I don't know. We don't know. But it is slowly, but with certainty, 100% certainty, it will end up like that. Once again, slavery, all the restrictions, whatever, officially, but no, pure mayhem, pure chaos, everything wrong. Fights, like street fights for resources, for supplies or whatever, something like this. People don't like to hear that, but what the heck should I do? Should I tell merciful lies rather than ugly truth? No, I don't want to lie to people. No.
Well, in 2015 or so, 2015, 2016, I started channeling all the Andronicus transmissions, and the Andromedans went through this exact same thing where they were taken over. They were put into slave camps. They were given a number. They lost their identity.
No. You are taking it from absolutely wrong way. No. Once again, officially, it will be semi-military, respectively military dictator, but no, only elites, very healthy, the most healthier, I don't know, like healthiest, 1-2%, maybe even less than 1% people, they will make some sort of extra ultra, non plus ultra security islands, technically, like build it from cities, and all of those people, pure chaos, pure mayhem, like anarchy. But officially, it will be military dictator system. But it will be vice versa. It will be vice versa.
Well, a lot of those people are already going into their bunkers now, aren't they? I mean, I saw Angelina Jolie preparing to go off into her space. They showed it on the news.
That's true.
Right.
And they know goddamn well why they are doing that. Yep. That's true. And that's reason technically why activation we never faced something like that. We never faced something like that. So many DUMB, deep underground military bases, respectively, like for scientific underground bases for scientific purposes, they were thousands built in last 10 years. And it was like,
right.
Okay, maybe, sometimes, somehow. No, they were activated in the last 3 or 4 months. It was absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
And especially in Russia and China. Nowhere has nothing like that. Never ever. It is whole another world. What is underground of Russia, former Soviet Union states, and China, Mongolia, that. It is absolutely crazy.
Is this related to the bleed through, or this is the military that created it?
I need to say, I know that I'm very often, way too much, maybe it's like overdoing it, and I know that I lost credibility because of that, but if you like it or not, it is like that. It is post-apocalyptic game series Metro. It is, because of radiation, some sort of, world war. And this Metro, this technically in Moscow and, all kind of those areas, urban areas, this Metro 2023, then Metro Last Light, and Metro Exodus. But this is not only about Moscow, this is about whole former Soviet Union. This is absolutely crazy. They modernized former those old facilities, and what they built, it's absolutely crazy. Western world will be paralyzed with that. Absolutely. People, they want to save their asses, if you want to call it that way, with not polite language. It will be technically overdone. It will be, many people as they can. They will move. But I don't know how, because they will close, all the entrances.
So how is this different from what I just said? And I talked about what Andronicus told me. It sounds pretty similar to what he had already told me in 2015.
But once again, I don't want to say that it will be slavery. No. The problem is that will be mayhem, and no, they will be not kept. The people will be not kept by force, right?
Okay, so it's more like they just don't have they're accustomed to relying on the government for structure
Yes,
for
because
everything.
nobody will cares about anything.
So it's like Mad Max.
Exactly, Mad Max. Yep.
Okay.
But there will be no war, if it is any difference. But once there will be no war, it doesn't matter that because just there will be no armies, or I don't know, like, no, because if there will be nobody, I don't know, no local or official authorities, but no one will get supplies, it will be nonsense.
Right.
And you lost, no, sorry, not you, but people will lose the hope,
Yeah.
and they will like, okay, but what the heck should we do that some small, extremely small amounts of elites, they have everything, we can't get them, because they even people, I don't want to offend people, but even the most stupid people, like, I don't want to say stupid, but because technically people, they are high IQ. They have high IQ, they, I don't know, they have very prestige, uh, education. They can be stupid in order that once something unpredictable happens, then they don't know, they will not have any idea how to act, right, how to behave. And all of the people, it will take very short amount of time, but there is a big problem, what should we do? And then they start to find out the new world under the surface, under the ground. And like it or not, the most developed it is on eastern part of the world. That is it, like it is.
So you're saying that Russia is the most developed right now?
Not only Russia, former Soviet Union states and China. Yeah, you are right. In this field, definitely, like West Europe, or I don't know, US, Canada. It's like it's some sort of, like, as I like to say, it's like you can get like ultraband. It's some small sort of car. It is not even car, because it is made from plastic in former Eastern Germany, and you can get, I don't know, like the latest Porsche model, and you're like, it will be funny, something like that. Yeah, like that, because people, they were blindfolded in Western world, in Western Europe, and in US, both in US and Canada. They were blindfolded by hegemony. Like it looked that they were much more advanced, and they've got everything better, but it was like that because Eastern Bloc, they used to invest, and they still are investing tremendous amounts of money of building underground world, new underground world. And I'm telling, not countries, world. Yeah, that's it.
So they're planning on all going underground because of the atmosphere, or are they gonna?
No. Once again, no, because people in Western Eastern world leaders, not world, but Eastern countries leaders, they predict that something like that will happen. That there will be chaos, pure mayhem. So they need to they weren't even that, I don't know, like there was dictature, there was no freedom of speech, all kind of those things. Okay, that was true. But instead of, respectively, despite of that, all of that, they have got some sources, reliable sources. I can say that sometimes we send them some messages, and they don't want to got their people lost. For, do you know what I mean? Like, just do whatever you can. Do you know what I'm trying to say? When the day come, it is like, as I like to say, when the judgment day come, and that's the problem, because people in western parts of the world, they don't care. Of course, they've got some bunkers, but it was simply bunkers for a few days, or at least a few months at the most. But this some sort of system how to bring the supplies or transport, transport the supplies or whatever. No, it wasn't. How can I say that? They don't have backdoor. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, those people can be saved there, but for how long? And if I was there personally, this is not like I've got some insights or maybe I heard something. No, I was there in former Soviet Union and in China or whatever. This was absolutely crazy. Even everyone is like, this is stupid, this is bullshit. The most developed state in the world in this field, and people know, don't laugh, please. North Korea. And do you know why? Because they are prisoners. People, they made something very bad. They are sending them to the surface. Everything is bad, as it is in English phrase in English language, like all wrong. It is surface. On surface, it's a prison. So that's the reason why everything is so bad on the surface in North Korea. Yeah, that's it. It is absolutely crazy.
So the infrastructure goes, there's a power that takes control. You haven't defined who that power is.
Yeah. But no, it is not like it is happening right now, but it will happen because some sort of, like another outcome of collapsing the matrix. Yeah, that's reason.
Yeah. And you've never dealt with these beings, but you did
never.
Say something about the Nordics.
That's the problem, because technically, no, please, everything has time. No, don't mix. No, please.
Don't mix the order of conversation.
Yeah, because we've got something. Yeah. We've got something. It has solid order and it has reasons. Okay. Now we need to talk about how we can call it, homo lobby, gender ideology, or I don't know, like LGBT agenda or whatever. Of course, it's the situation. It's the problem. It was every time it was in the past. It was here. Problem is, and that's it. That will be crazy sentence structure. The problem is that it wasn't never problem, such a big problem, such a big deal, if you want to call it that way, as it is in last, let us call it 8, 10, 12 years at the most. And I've got a question to you. Why do you think it is this exact specific time? Because I have, of course, I have got some ideas to discuss, but because I don't want to do it like some sort of monologue. No, I just want to ask you.
You're asking me about the gender ideology?
Yeah, why it is such a crazy topic to discuss in last 8, 10, 12 years at the most? Because of course this problem, I don't want to say problem, but this thing, because it is not a problem, but because of course those people simply they were born, they are borning, and they will be borning like that. That someone is homosexual, either gay or lesbian, it doesn't matter. But why do you think exactly at this time specific, past 8, 10, maybe 12 years, they are made, I'm talking mainstream media are making such a big bubble, such a big topic from that? What do you think? What's your opinion?
My opinion is that they're not human, that there's some other species that are moving through human bodies, and they're forcing they're trying to alter humanity. That's what I think.
So this is.
But they have power because they're ETs. There's a form of ETs has both genders, or they have neither. I don't know. I haven't. Maybe it's a combination.
What do you mean by they have neither? Because I know. Give me a second. I know what do you mean by how can I say that? I know what does it mean as
genderless.
Give me a second. I know what does it mean in English. So technically, I don't know because I can't understand. But what does it mean from your point of view?
Genderless. That they come in like without any male or female.
Okay.
Kind of like what the Greys look like, or I guess.
Give me a second. What?
Some of the Greys, they don't look like they have any genitalia, right?
Okay. And I will tell you something. You are not right. And do you know why?
Because I'm always not right.
No. Because you said genderless. It is right only on half, so 50%. And do you know why? Because we are talking about species. They have too much genders. It is widespread, crazy, very 1, 2, 3, wide variety. You don't know, and get it. Like, why the heck is it possible that, I don't know, we've got 4 genders, then no, this is not true. We've got 8, we've got dozen, we've got 40, we've got 60 or whatever, and this is it. This is exactly it. I'm talking about species. They've got 6, 8, 10 genders, right? And that's the problem. They don't have either male or female. This is, I've got people, please don't get it in bad way, but I can't get the better example for clarification. Go to Alaska, or go to Alaska and ask Inuits. Go to Russia, to Siberia, and ask Evenks. No, they don't know. They don't have. You said in English in Alaska, snow. you ask in you ask, sorry for that. You say sorry in Russia sneg. It is in Russian language it means snow, and they will look at you. What? In Russian, что? That means what? And do you know why? Because they don't know the word snow. No, they have I don't know, like 30, 40, 60 names for the thing, but not the one word snow. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yep.
Yeah. And
So,
this is it.
And that's who it is. And that's who is trying to influence that part of humanity.
Or vice versa. Go to the Africa, meet with nomads, and send them tell them send, and they will they've got more than 100 words, but no send. No send. Do you know what I mean? Like in Sahara, no sand. And that's the problem. They have, I don't know how many types of snow in Alaska or in Siberia, and in Sahara nomads, more than 100 types, but no single word sand. And this is it. So many genders, but no male and female. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
So essentially, it's true that these species are wanting to take over the planet and impose their reality or their experience on us because we're being siphoned out. Humans are being told that they have to move over for all of these other things, all these other races, the species that are coming in, the bleed-throughs, everything else. I don't know. I mean, is that what you're saying?
Yep, exactly. Bleed-throughs. And they are misusing it. The bleed-throughs, they are misusing it.
So this has been happening for probably the past 20 years then, the bleed-throughs, because that's when a lot of these newer agendas or kind of forcing, I won't say that they're just welcoming the idea of telling a child to change their agenda, their gender, but they're forcing it now. So it's not, that's different. That's going past free will. And so in manipulating children who really they're not even at that point of sexuality yet, so they don't really know who they are until, you should at least wait until they're an adult to figure that out. But they don't do that because then what the child, maybe they like it later on, they're happy with it, maybe they're not happy with it. It doesn't matter. I think it's just too young. And for the protection, a universal protection for children, I think there's a violation, a universal violation against humanity in that area, or in any sentient being, from my perspective. So invading the right of an innocent, whether it's a child, whether it's an animal, whether it's anything that has that level of innocence, it's not free will, it's manipulation.
And do you know what is crazy? That I don't want to seem like a perv, of course, but technically I will. But once we are talking about this crazy ass stuff, it is in Norway. Once your child will get 12 years old, and that's the problem, it can choose if it wants to be girl or boy, doesn't respectively woman or man, doesn't matter how it was born. And in Norway, give me a second, in Norway there is no father and mother. There is parent 1 and parent 2. And yes, of course, I will be definitely crazy and no, I will unsubscribe or whatever. You can search for it. In Norway, in the kindergarten, there are people with specific education. They are learning, yes, in kindergarten. Children, they are learning how to properly masturbate. In Norway.
So why are they doing all of this? Is there some other... I mean, you seem to have an insight knowing of what's going on there.
And what do you think? Is this normal?
I don't know. With a society that has, our world is in a crisis regarding the sex trade industry, which seems to be what's triggering a whole bunch of things, like people wanting to destroy the earth just because they can't have sex with children. So, I mean, this is a lot of the problem, I think, because every time we get close to exposing people that are violating children, suddenly we have a coronavirus, or we have fires in California, or we have a threat of a war, World War III, because these elite want to have sex with children.
Sorry, and fires in Australia, the smoke was reaching the whole earth. What was technically nonsense, because no winds were able to spread. Physically was nonsense all around the world, and they were. So technically it wasn't, definitely they were not smokes from those fires. And then meteorologists found out that they were artificial, and they were the next level chemtrails. No, I am not kidding you, because it was physically not possible for winds. They are, from all around the world, that fast. Yes, of course, it can be possible, but not that fast.
Right.
Yeah. And then meteorologists can't find out logical scientific explanation for how can I say that, for the structure of those also called smokes. And then they, of course, the whole documentation was simply broken, deleted, whatever, but it was the chemtrails. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the chemtrails were also created by the elite.
Of course.
Corporations. Yeah. Well, recently that Corey Feldman was going to expose some of the people in Hollywood, and we had the coronavirus. So everything's all kind of, you're seeing these parallels happening when we start getting close. They want to expose some other people in Washington, I guess, as some people want to see that, think that that's going to happen. I don't know, but I mean, clearly there are criminal activities happening around the world, not just in the U.S. The U.S. has its share. That's true. Yeah, but there's other things going on.
Yes, but criminal activity raised in last few years, and especially in last, 6, maybe 9 months, like crazy, without no particular reason. And technically this criminal activity raising chemtrails, and coronavirus, some sort of whatever. Everything of this leads, it is like all roads leads to the Rome. All of those things leads where 5G using for military purposes, and it can influence everything, and that's it. It is like, okay, why he is talking about it can? Because they have wide variety of frequencies they can use, and this is it, they can use. But there is certain system, very complicated system of very specific frequencies in coherence. Coherence, does it mean everything is fine in perfect phase? Or in certain directions, the antennas they should be in specific directions, and they can be, and this is it, either used or misused. Used for good purposes, misused for bad purposes.
And as usual, it usually gets into the wrong hands. Where there's a problem.
Exactly. That's the stuff.
What's the role of Monarch and Mobius in all of this? Are they angry? Is that why that they're lashing out?
Because they don't have any. Even that they were very bad. If they have leaders, they were like, bam, end of story. Solid order. No. Nothing. No one in charge. There are few groups. They are doing what they are doing. So technically that means pure mayhem. Not chaos. No. Much worse. Mayhem. Pure mayhem. Some sort of anarchy. And that's it. Anarchy in their fields. As I like to say, their sand. Anarchy all around the world. Believe me or not, people, that's true.
Okay, so let me see if I can understand this part. The Monarch and Mobius are also already going through anarchy within their group, and so it's reflecting into our world because they're very integrated into our world.
Not very. They are creating, they are creating, and everything on this world, in this world, is based on them.
So to separate from them would be separating from us at this point.
And this is what we need. What we need to do, but not in bad end.
Right.
Bad end means pure mayhem. Living in underground world and blah blah blah. Technically.
Can you tell me how is the ACIO helping? How is the Council 5 helping?
Because we've got our insiders, and we are preventing those entities, unknown entities, getting in charge.
Is there anything that those listeners that everyone has something, energy or something that they can contribute?
Yeah, of course. Meditation
to keep on.
And this Tibetan they are what?
Bowls. It's Tibetan bowls and
Tibetan bowls. Yeah.
Toning and everything else, which also, by the way, Andronicus promoted too. I just wanted to bring that up. 2015, Peter. A lot of the stuff that you're telling me that you said that we should be worried about and that we should be protecting ourselves is exactly what he was telling me in 2015 before I met you. So I'm sure that he had us meet so we could further help. And well, he's helped us before. So and I don't believe, like, I think that the truth needs to come out. We need to know what's going on, not so we can be in fear or be immobilized, but so that we have something to work with. Because if we're blind and we don't know what's happening around us, then, that's pretty much what you were saying earlier, Peter, and I can't disagree with you. The American public feels that they know everything, even though they don't. It's almost like some kind of ego thing that they have to defend and say
But
that
that's
they
the
know
problem.
everything.
Not only in you with the U.S. people, but people in Canada and Western world, and that's the problem because they were underestimating. And of course, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the life sucks in Eastern, especially. Of course, it was huge. It was the largest. It was the largest state in the world. I'm talking about U.S. former USSR. It was like
Yeah.
20, more than 20, 21, 22% of the Earth's surface. I'm talking like normal, not of course not all surface, but normal land surface. So, but the life sucks in Eastern world, but that's the stuff nobody knows. And all of those things, all of those underground systems, they were not prepared for like communistic elites or whatever. No, they were prepared for all the people because it's huge. It's absolutely crazy. And for 40 years old video footage is absolutely crazy. I was like, what the heck? At those times, they've got cameras very similar to cameras like, I don't know, like hand cameras like 15 or 20 years ago, and they've got full HD or whatever. In 40 years, at the edge of 1970s and 1980s, and when those things, they are like the most modern architecture or whatever, those facilities like you can see in those Gulf states. I'm talking, like Persian Gulf states. I don't know, in Dubai, Bahrain, or whatever. What is not normal on surface, but it was down underground, and I was like, what the heck? And what is now down there? It is like from sci-fi movies, from Hollywood sci-fi movies. And I will be not surprised when they are inspired from it, respectively. By it, Hollywood movies. But I mean sci-fi movies, because it's absolutely crazy what is now down there.
In the USSR.
Yeah. Former USSR countries, respectively, we've got very similar things in both Czech and Slovak Republic, in Poland, in Hungary. Underground. I need to make people always sure. Underground. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy.
This is something that, I had a vision of this about years ago.
This is it. People in Western part of the world, they underestimate us. And once again, it was normal, because even we don't have goddamn clue that something like that exists. We know only about Cold War, the tension and all kind of those things, but no one except few people, they don't have goddamn clue. Of course, we in ACIO, we've got some info. We know that they were very high advanced systems, but we know only about the military focus. DUMB. That means deep underground military bases. Yeah. But we were shocked once we found out It was like approximately 10, 12 years ago. And now, what they've done in former USSR and in China, what the heck? They can do what, it was absolutely crazy. I never faced something like that.
But because of these tunnels, is this bringing in the bleed through? Is that
Yep.
part of, yeah, that's the
Yep.
reason. Historically, we've had societies like in Turkey, and even the Native Americans talked about the ant people, those that came from underground. There's been civilizations throughout time that have
You
lived
are right.
underground, so it is possible way to live. I don't know what their food source is, or
It is very easy because, and that's the problem. It is not tasty. It is like in Matrix, and I am not kidding. It is some sort of how we can call it. It is some sort of mesh. Like how can I say, some sort of gruel.
gruel. Yeah.
Yes, it is like some sort of scent-ish color. But it is tasty, okay? It is tasty, but it is nothing. It is all my, all the time the gruel, no meat, no vegetables, no potatoes or whatever. Just gruel and gruel and gruel.
What's the lifespan for some? I mean, how do they?
Yeah, and
long
that's
do
the
they live?
problem. That's the problem. Like once people died here, I don't know, like once you have 90, maybe 100 years old, you are extremely old. You are extremely young to live. To die. I don't know, like 100 years old.
Oh, underground, you have a longer lifespan, even though you're just living off of gruel and no sunlight.
But you can replicate the sunlight via technology.
Oh, I see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everything, like not even sunlight, but technically, how can I say that? The energy, everything. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Not just light. Everything.
About 15 years ago, I had a vision of a society in the future that part of them lived underground and another part of them lived in the water.
And give me a second, but this is it. Once they are dying, 100 years old, it will be something like, I don't know, you will die. Of course, once you are 100% healthy, like like 25, 30, so
Yeah.
extremely young. So they can live, I don't know, whatever.
Do they have some kind of age regeneration technology?
Yeah.
They have a limited population, or do they worry getting overpopulated underneath there?
No, because they can create practically like nothing.
So they have who gave them all that advanced tech?
That's a question. But I've got easy peasy, as I like to say, answer. Proto-Slavians, so very first people.
These are the first ones you were talking about.
Yep. So technically my people, because I am Slavic too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, and then that's part of the reason why you're involved in all this. I mean, the Slavic people were very attacked over history, but I think they're still here, so they weren't wiped out. Considering all the things
because they can't.
Right.
They can't. No, because they can't.
Right.
Exactly.
I'm still trying to figure out how I fit in this story.
So technically, once something was first, You can't kill it.
Right.
You can't kill it.
Peter, how do I fit in this story? How am I involved? Because I'm not Slavic.
Yeah, you are. You just don't know.
Oh, ancestry?
I will tell you. You tell me, and you will maybe get mad at me, but you told me, sorry, that your father was Italian, right?
Right.
It is not completely true. Uh, once uh, there was this. How can I say that? Um, it was this empire, Austrian-Hungarian Empire. We got some people. We changed people from, I don't know, from Hungary nowadays, Czech, Slovak, uh, Czech and Slovak Republic, from Hungary. They came to the Italy, and vice versa. So that's the story, practically. So even smallest little piece of genome, but this, it doesn't matter that technically your surname is it like it is?
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Is it?
I believe that. Yeah, things like that are
Even
possible.
even
Yeah.
even our prime minister, Peter Pellegrini. Is it Slovak name? Slavic name? No, it's Italian name, and he looks very some sort of Mediterranean. If you look, if people can search for him, Pellegrini. Is it Slavic name? No, nonsense. It is typical Italian name. you know.
Yeah, I also have some lineage with the Etruscans, which were supposed to be connected to the Atlanteans.
That's true. Exactly. So, the faith is complicated.
Yeah. So, all right. So, aside from this, I'm sure people are not interested very much in my lineage, but the serious
No,
stuff
no,
that's
no.
going
You
on.
asked me.
No,
I
no.
tell
I know, and I feel bad because this is their time. This is more of a.
and the thing we should stop is technically what is happening, and the reason behind what is happening. It's and people don't like it. No, it is not true. No, it is true. It is not Fourth but Fifth Reich, and technically they are, in very cold parts of the world, and they are influencing world leaders, but they are, some sort under of influence, some sort of the Nordics.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's the reason why there is this also called Cold War 2.0. That means they are fighting each other within technology. Why? That's the reason why they want to cut off Huawei from Google or whatever, and this trade war with, Western world with Russia and China and all kind of those things, and that's I don't know. It's kind of weird, the fact that people don't get it. I am talking about world leaders, that they can't overlook it, that no, this is not about us, this is about someone else.
Right. So what about the coronavirus? Is it still going to keep going, or what's going to happen?
Yes, it will. But it is deeply and very closely connected with, as I like to say, with uh, with 5G. People don't know. People don't believe it, and they still don't want to believe it. But what the heck?
No, they believe it. They believe that there was a connection between 5G and the coronavirus.
But this is it. What I'm trying to say, that people are moving and they are infected and whatever. But it is with 5G on military purposes. Okay, I need to emphasize that always, that it is some sort of irradiation. It's crazy. So once you were exposed, it's not so easy to get out of it.
All right.
And that's it. That's it. That technically all of those things, all of the problems with the world we were discussed about, I am talking about world leaders. They don't get that all of those things, they are only what? They are only, how we can call it correctly, consequences of the fact that Fifth Reich, technically that means not Fifth Reich as Fifth Reich, right? But Nordics wants to rule the world, and they believe that they can do it via Bluetooth.
Oh, okay. And so, but that's the FAC that we've been seeing. That's the androids. Detroit Becomes Human. This is all this stuff has been leading up to this now.
Yes, you are right.
And also the leaked Soldaten.
Leaked Soldaten, that means light soldiers. Yeah, that's.
These are Nordics. Is that correct?
No, they are product of Nordics engineering, because Nordics being Nordic and being product, it's not 100% the same, okay? But yes, they are, how we can call it? They are serving them, yes.
And they're the ones that are spreading the virus to immobilize everyone.
Basically, yes.
And does the ACIO have any time period when this is going to let up, or like technically Europe is locked up, travel?
Do you know what we are doing right now? We are trying to prevent, because once we will get back in time, we will only create more instability, and we don't know to do it. Right. Sorry, we don't want to do it.
Yeah, you want to be careful how everything happens and minimize the calamities and the problems, right?
Absolutely, you are absolutely right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 100% right. Yep. That's the stuff we don't want to make the problem. No, definitely not.
It was supposed to have been a lot worse, wasn't it?
To be honest, without uh, without help of our MRG friends from MRG, that means Monarch Refugee Group, we will be pretty much screwed. And I mean, like, not pretty much, but technically absolutely screwed. Yeah.
So just them, or not the ACIO or Council of Five is helping?
No, because no one, nobody else was here to help.
That was that mission that you did.
Yeah.
That was that mission, yeah. And a lot of people, yeah, were very, very moved by that, because it's just I wanted people to hear what you go through.
But technically, that was the mission. We started this mission.
Yeah.
But it was very long time ago, and I was absolutely disoriented. What happened? Like.
Oh, of course, no. I mean, it was obvious that you were going through a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but so how many years was it that you were gone, but we just interacted with you for, I don't know.
But with what? With who? Sorry.
I mean, there was time lapse or something, wasn't there? Like you started doing those missions how many years ago?
That's, I don't know, many years.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
but I am, to be perfectly honest, I'm happy that I didn't lost the contact with terrain, what's happening in terrain, because those division directors, they stop going to terrain. They have sometimes such crazy orders, decisions. It was like, okay, and are you normal? This is complete nonsense. This is bullshit. And despite of that, they are doing it.
What is terrain? Where is that?
Terrain. That means going into action.
Oh, into action. Okay. All right. I just want to clarify that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going into action, if you want to call it that way.
So not as many do that anymore.
Because they don't want to get stuck or whatever. And I was like, okay, but you will not have any idea what will happen, what it is, how it is, and all kind of those things, and that's their problem.
Right. Right, but somebody had to do it.
Exactly. Exactly, you are absolutely right. Absolutely. I don't know. I don't like that. It's like, nah. Yeah, you are right. And people, for many other division directors, I'm simply like an idiot. But then once it seems, it start to look that they are doing bad decisions, and then they need to make special teams or whatever,
Yeah.
It is waste of time, personal energy, resources, and they still don't want to do it. Jeez. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you did it, Peter, because I agree with you. It was intended to be a lot worse.
Yeah, of
I
course.
think we have some discomfort right now. We have some losses, but not on the magnitude of what was expected.
Yeah.
I think that I had some real weird situations with seeing Trump in another reality, and a group of people with myself, we went and gave him information. It was really weird. So I don't know. They had some really strange things have been happening. I've been having some really weird dreams too. So I know that like it's playing out somewhere else. Some other things a lot worse
Yes,
that
it
should have
is. It
happened.
is.
But you,
It is. It is. Yeah. It
yeah.
is.
So you did a good job, Peter, and they did a good job as well. The refugees, and we're we have to be grateful. We don't know what we've missed, and that's the part. And it's hard to show anybody that other than the people that are psychic are seeing some of it, some of the stuff that's happening in other realities that should have, other parallels that should have happened here. And because they're talking to me and they're sending me information and they're having these weird dreams and everything, but the general public doesn't realize what they've missed. It's huge. So I mean, I'm gonna say I know what you did. And I say thank you
Okay.
for that mission, and I knew it was I know that you get discouraged at times regarding some of the stuff that you've done, and I don't feel like anyone has to agree with anybody 100%. You and I can have some little disagreements or whatever, but when it comes down to it, Peter, you stepped up, and that was important. And I know I have a whole bunch of people that I'm aware of, and there's probably a ton of people that I'm not aware of that have done what they had to do to help this planet, and I think I'm really grateful for that. And I think we need to just keep doing it, and also show appreciation to those, and also get involved in your own way, to help. So
Okay.
yeah,
Thank
I
you.
needed to say that because to the public sometimes they feel like they're just observers and they're not. I mean, I think that it's important for them to understand, awaken, realize, and also psychically support the highest potential for humanity, and those that are putting themselves on the line to help us.
So, I think that this is pretty much the same for today, or this time, if you want to call it that way.
Yeah.
And thank you for being with me, not only to you, Jessica, but to all of our listeners, and we will hear each other next time.
Okay, thank you, Peter.
You have been listening to Disclosures with Peter the Insider and Jessica Ariel Morocco. Join us on YouTube channel Jessica Ariel Morocco and visit www.peter-insider.com and www.readingsbyariel.com. Remember to post your questions in the comment section below the video. We look forward to hearing from you.